Hey Grass Muncher, welcome back. I ate lunch. I hope your lunch was good. Where are you? I have an alt account, and I lost, I think it was last week, 12 games in a row. And mid-game, well, it wasn't in a row. I think there was literally one win somewhere in there. And then I wasn't like 5 minutes into another game, and I got banned. I got banned! I've never had that happen before. I know, I was like, what just happened? It was crazy. That's rough, yeah, it was rough. Alright, let's get this party started. Hello, hello! I have the wonderful, the beautiful cat with me today. She has agreed for me to corrupt her mind in the way of the Lucio.
Hello, I'm excited to learn how to play Lucio.
He is fun. Like I said, I always feel like I'm doing something, and if not, like, you know how Anna has the mythic with her like little gun thing? On Lucio, I guess he always has his like shift ability to switch between heals and speed. Sometimes I just be spamming that just to feel something.
That's a big mood.
Oh gosh. The first ADHD character, I think.
Yeah, there's just like so much, and there's so much like goofy stuff I've seen, like the plays that people pull off of Lucio. Some of them are just so stupid, but that's what makes it so good, because it's like the other team just doesn't know how to react
For his gun
to
mythic, he has to play
Lucio
around with his
player
gun.
that's that insane.
Maybe get a microphone, that'd be cool. Kidnapping everyone. Yes, I have another guest with me. I actually was a Brig main when I first started playing Overwatch. I played like right during Goat's meta, which is coming on Classic next season. I'm pretty happy. And then I think I like opened a loot box and I got one of the Lucio frog skins, and I love frogs, as you could probably tell. And I was like, ooh, I want to play. I want to play this guy. So that's it. That's how I started playing Lucio. It's because I got the frog skin.
Cool though. I think we don't choose the main chooses us, honestly.
Wise words. You know what? Jarvis, clip that.
Clip it, Jarvis.
Jarvis, clip that. No? Aw.
I'm looking at his victory poses. He's got a lot of cool ones too.
He's the type of person to be really good at playing with pencil. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The one where it's like... He like smacks it around. Frame it on my wall. Put it on the fridge. Oh yeah, before anything, I need to get your opinion on what you think the best Lucio skin is, in your taste. There's no wrong answers here. I'm just curious.
I don't have that many. I think one of the ones I do like is like his like bard skin, because I liked that quote-unquote era of Overwatch. But I think the ones that I do have that I use the most are Space Prince and Jazzy.
Those are very good picks. I
like
agree with you.
Jazzy because it has the little sound effect. When I think like it has a sound effect when he switches between healing and his speed. Or a
He
special
normally
set?
has that, but it is a different song. It's the only
Mm-hmm.
skin that has a different song. However,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 99% sure, if my sources are right, he's
Mm-hmm.
getting the LeSseraphim collab skin, and he's getting another skin where, that skin, where it'll be like the
Mm-hmm.
jazzy skin, and it'll switch songs. And it'll be a different
Oh, that'd be
song
so cool. I think I
for
saw like a
LeSseraphim.
picture of that, but I didn't even think about like the possibility that if he gets that, it, like switches like the Seraphim songs. That could
I
be
just
fun.
figured they're gonna do that because they did that for the Porsche collab for
Mm-hmm.
Diva. So I'm like, they
Mm-hmm.
gotta do it, because if Marvel Rivals did that with Luna Snow, they gotta do it for
Mm-hmm.
Lucio. Come on.
Oh yeah. That's good. Yeah, I played a little bit of Rivals. My PC can't really handle it, but I
Same here.
really liked Luna. Yeah,
The council will
Luna's
decide
fun.
your fate.
I love just like
A
popping
lot of
her
people
ult,
hate
like
it.
Psylocke ults, and I pop my ult, and she
I
can't
hate
do anything. It's
I
very
don't want to be
satisfying.
a downer, Grass, but I'm with you there. I hate it as well. Good evening, gamers. Hey, Vizen. Okay, let me share with you my slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
In a second. Okay, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Learning the way of the frog. Let's go.
The way of the frog. Is it the same one? Yeah, Grass, it's the same. We're learning Lucio? Oh, duh. We're learning the way of the frog. Alright, so we got 6 main topics here. Speed, boop, melee, not really an ability, but it's important to talk about. Wall ride, beat drop, and I guess we'll talk about healing. It's not really that important.
True.
Speed boost. So there's a couple different ways to use the amp it up for speed. Obviously, healing, it only does one thing, right? It heals. And it heals very slowly. I'll talk about it at the very end, but it's a pretty useless ability. But the speed, this is important. You can amp it up to push into team fights, initiate fights. I like, personally, if I'm speeding into a fight, it's because the enemy team is already down one, people are crit. You know, we want to make sure that our team is, what's the word? Taking advantage of their disadvantage. And the faster we do that, the less time the other team has time to react, obviously. It's all about timing in Overwatch. I personally like to combo with other ultimates, or almost other ultimates. Reaper, when he ults and you speed boost him, truly becomes a Beyblade. Genji, if there's no Ana, no Nano, it's really fun to beat and then push in with speed. Now, with all the different speed characters, it's actually really fun to stack speed. And what I mean by that is, like, Junker Queen might use her shout to catch up to the enemy tank. And when she swings her axe, if you amp speed again, she'll make sure she secures contact, which is good.
Okay.
Because, honestly, it's easier for your Junker Queen to heal herself if you make sure she hits her axe than it is for you to heal the Junker Queen. Because your healing is actually slower than her self-heal on hitting axe. My best friend, he's a Junker Queen main on tank, and I love playing with him because we're just like in sync like that. I don't know. It's little things that I've learned throughout my many, many hours of Lucio. I think I could look it up. Hold on. I'm curious. I think I probably have like 1,000.
1,000 hours?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Don't tell her to attack speed with Juno because the speed cap is around 60 to 7%. Well, it's also about just elongating the speed. It's not about stacking the speed necessarily, but, you know, their speed runs out and then you have your speed, so it's elongating it. That's mostly what I'm talking about, not the actual going supersonic. 825. Yeah, I have over 1,000 hours on Lucio across all modes.
Ooh, wow. That's a lot.
Well, when you're in no life.
I mean, he sounds fun. You know, if you have a fun hero, I can imagine why you'd have so many hours on them.
And I feel like nobody... It's not a hard lock. So the option's usually open there. If you're a Mercy main, you have to fight all the other Mercy mains for Mercy. You know what I mean?
That is true, yeah.
Lucio's so fewly played. I actually, besides being like Brig and Lucio, I actually main Reinhardt a lot in Overwatch 1. But due to shorter comp times, I started playing more and more support and more Lucio because I didn't want to wait in queue. I just wanted quick queues. Versus now, I think support usually has the longest queue.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that reversed. Oh, the way you worded that. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's amp it up to push it into team fights to initiate. There's something in Overwatch like tech terms, you know, we call like peel. Are you familiar with like a term like that? So there's another term, and it's a music term, ironically, called tempo. Are you familiar with what tempo is?
Kind of like the beat?
Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of, if I describe it to you, I think you'll understand. You kind of feel like when you know the enemy team has an ultimate, and then just like, okay, someone's gonna ult in 3, 2, 1, and you can like know, and then, you know, they pop Nano Blade, and, you know, that's like tempo. For Lucio, he actually is in control of tempo a lot because he can speed teammates in and out. So speeding teammates in and out of fights, you are like the little puppeteer. Granted, it's up to your teammates whether they want to go in or out, but you give them, that's the support in the support role. You give them that support to get in and out, and you have to go with them. Which, you know, with her speed, it's a little different, in which you don't have to follow your teammate. You can set up a speed ring and let them be free, and you can heal them. That's, I think that's the benefit of Juno's speed. You may not be able to, you may not follow them. However, you can heal them while speeding them. Lucio, you only get one or the other. That's the part that sucks. Yeah, you either speed them or heal them. Now, amping away from enemies to save teammates. Peel. You know, if you're playing Ana and you sleep a Cassidy, a Genji on you, I will speed to run us away if he's like nanoed, because the two of us are probably not going to kill him. But we can, run away. Or maybe it's a low teammate or enemy, and we can kill them together. So, amp it up to get 2 in a way. Another good away is if the enemy team pops like a Juno ult or Kitsune or a Baptiste window. These are ultimates that put your team at a disadvantage just by existing, So sometimes it's better to peel and have your whole team. There's another expression called kite. Are you familiar with that?
No.
So if you hear a teammate ask you, like, we have to kite, just kite that, it means that your entire team is pulling out. The expression, I think, comes from the person who says it. They are like the person holding the kite on the string. And when they tell you, they're telling you, they're like pulling on the string, pulling on you, telling you, hey, I'm leaving, you should too. Let's kite this. Okay. Let's run away. We're at a disadvantage, clearly, and we're just going to wait it out, so just back up.
Yeah.
So that's, during those 3 ultimates, just as an example, it puts your team at a disadvantage. It's better to just speed everybody out and kite until that time runs out, and then your team can re-engage.
Yeah, I wish more of my teammates when I'm playing support would run away from the Kitsune instead of into it, but, I don't know, not everyone does that.
All we can do is our best for ourselves, So you can also amp it up to dodge projectiles like Pharah from pretty far away. Obviously, we can all dodge them, but it's an advantage if you can amp and dodge that. Or to speed out of like an Orisa ult or a Sigma ult. That's another good one. I think that's an advantage of Lucio's speed versus Juno's, is if Orisa grabs your entire team, it's in a circular motion. If Juno uses her speed ring, half of your team is not going to receive that speed ring. Because it'll be on the opposite direction, or heading towards the opposite direction, aka away from the ultimate. If you're Lucio and you pop speed, everyone in your circle, which your teammates will be in your circle if you're in Orisa's ult, they will all get that speed. So it's good to dodge, and then chase crit enemies. If somebody is trying to get away, they're like the last straggler. Everybody else, you got a 4. Your team killed 4 of them. There's one last person, they're running away. You see that they're crit, they're very low. Speed and chase them down, hunt them down, and then drop a spray. Teabag a little bit,
Yeah, get the teabag in.
Get the teabag in there. Yeah, get the emote. Hit him with the have some Lucio O's. There's so many reasons why I love Lucio besides him just like being fun to play, but I love the character of Lucio. His voice lines, he always sounds so excited and like full of energy and life. Drop a heroic on him.
He's like happy to be here. He's just happy to.
He's just happy to be there. Exactly. You get it. I love him. Uber, aka, a taxi. It's good to pick up in order of priorities. It's better to pick up your supports, then your tank, then your DPS. And that should be the level of importance, because if all your other teammates are alive, except your Ana, and the fight just ended and your Ana's coming back from spawn, it's probably worth it for you to go back, speed, amp her back to your team, and hopefully your team doesn't die while you're gone. If they take a little bit of damage, that's okay, because when your Ana comes back, she can, Ana's like a long distance healing. So she can probably, take care of them. However, if it's somebody like a Mercy, they can just fly to you. You just have to get close enough for Guardian Angel. Mercy's love me for this. And then Kiriko is another great one because she can just TP to you and then you're good to go. So TP, and then as soon as the Mercy flies to you, as soon as you get the TP, that's when I would speed. So you don't amp speed to go grab them. It's after you already grab them to get back. And then for DPS, it just depends. And for tank, obviously we always want our tank so that we don't take damage. So I would take them first over like a DPS. Now, it also matters because it's only if your team probably won't die in 10 seconds. That's about all you really get. If people are crit, it might be better just stick with the team. Eventually, Ana will catch up. It's viewer discretion is advised. Oh, and here's the last important one: don't amp out of spawn. A lot of people will amp speed out of spawn in order to get to the team fastest. Now, granted, on paper that sounds good, but let's just say, and this is probably the most common scenario, by the time you get to your team, even with the speed amp you used, your team is now critical. And you don't have healing amp. So everybody dies. Or everybody dies right when you get there, and you don't have amp speed to leave, and then you get staggered again. So we want to avoid that. Most of the time, you're going to want to just wall ride out of spawn, and that will give you a faster way to get back to your team. So as soon as you get to your team, you can amp heals instead. Probably the few times that it's worth it to amp heals. And then, it's also good too. I don't know why, but I have a bad habit of dying at 99%, or like my team dies at 99%. But if I just healed amp when I got back from spawn, I probably would have got it and healed them. So it's good to do that. The favorite ability, the boop of the day. It's your biggest resource. I put this here because this is I need to reword this. I believe amp is your biggest, it's your most valuable resource because it has such a long cooldown. I think it's 13 seconds. It's a long time. So if you amp heals, you have to wait another 13 seconds before you can heal that again. That's a long time to go without healing your teammates, really. But Boop is only on the 4-second cooldown, and Lucio is one of the few characters that can one-shot a fully nanoed alting Ramatra with beat over health protection. It's also one of the only abilities that can kill Zenyatta during his ultimate. It's an environmental kill. That's what I'm trying to get with here. There are few characters that can do that have a boop, really. And there's even fewer supports that can. In the support category, it's Brig, Zen with his kick, and Ilari with her jump. After that, it's just Lucio. But here's why Lucio boop is the best boop. It's a wide range. Pretty much if you have anybody in frame that's within melee distance, they're going to get booped. You can angle it to different directions. Something that only Pharah can do. And it pierces through Orissa's spin, Diva's Matrix, Sigma's Suck, and the big one, Genji's Deflect. Now the last one, this is the only character that has a boop that doesn't wake up sleeps.
That's interesting. I did
So if
not
you're
know that.
Yeah, so if your Ana sleeps an enemy nearby a ledge, feel free to boop them. Even if it's a Genji and he has like dash or something, if you boop him fast enough, he's just gonna be asleep the whole time and just fall off the map. It doesn't matter if it's a character that can climb, it doesn't matter if it's a diva, a character that can fly, they're not gonna make it. If they're asleep, feel free to boop them off the map.
Okay.
Because yeah, it doesn't do damage. Well, sorry. They still take damage, but they don't wake up. And boop does 45 damage. So,
More than I thought.
yeah. Boop is the best. Alright, here's an ability that's not really an ability. But I recommend doing it. Melee. You're gonna want to punch as much as possible when people are close to you. And I know that sounds like, oh, that's like every hero, right? It's common sense. But there's combinations that you can do with Lucio's gun that makes it, I think, more important than other supports. When you shoot and you get critical damage, headshots, if you land all 4, which is like, Lucio technically has 20 bullets, but he can shoot 4 at a time. So he technically only has 5 shots before he has to reload. To avoid reloading constantly, which is probably the most frustrating thing for Lucio players, you are eventually, obviously, you're going to want to improve that aim so you don't have to miss so much and reload so much. Ribbit. Grass Muncher. Ribbit. But also, if you land 4 headshots, aka 1 clip, into somebody, they just took 200 damage. That's enough to kill Tracer and Widowmaker. Nobody else. Very close to killing everyone else. The thing that you want to do on Lucio is you want to rush into somebody, hopefully, and you want to close the gap. Because your bullets are projectiles, hit scan characters are going to be your biggest enemy. Most likely. If they can see you, like Cassidy, for instance. When you close the gap on an enemy, and you do a quote-unquote Lucio rollout on someone, you're charging at them Mach 8 speed from the wall, probably from the skybox, or something crazy. And if you shoot headshots downward into them, and you land all 4, then by the time your body lands on their body, you punch them, now they take 25 damage. You just did 225 damage in the blink of an eye. Crazy burst damage. And then you put the icing on the cake with a boop. Your boop, like I said, does 45 damage. So you just did from 225 to 270. That's going to kill a majority of all squishies, minus tanks, obviously. So that's all you're going to want to punch. And the combo, like I said, is when you're charging at them, shoot. And when you get within melee distance, melee and then boop. And then shoot again. Because you boop at the end, because if they don't die from the boop and you have to shoot them, it depends on... Okay. When you boop them away, you're hopefully trying to kill them, but now they have distance on you again, which is what we were trying to close the gap on. And now they have time to react. So, you either choose, do you keep fighting this? Did you separate that person with the boop from their team? If so, it might be worth it to now engage in a 1v1 with your advantage in your favor, since you just did like maybe not 250 damage, maybe half that, 125. So now you are engaging in a 1v1 with your advantage because they're down 100 half their health. Or do you choose to run away? You just close the you just put space between you and them, but you can still turn around and just leave. Dip. You know what I mean? It's fight or flight response, honestly, in that moment. And that's why you boop at the end, because fingers crossed, you get the kill with it, but if not, you have options. It opens you up to options.
Okay.
This is all critical, and you probably... none of this will sink in until you get the aha moment, and you'll remember to this lesson, this slideshow. Melee is important to rush past shields for a critical Rhine. Now that's super specific, but it happens so often for me that I had to put it on here. There are plenty of times where Reinhardt is the last one, and I don't know how. It's either me and another support, or just me versus Reinhardt with a full shield, but I know he has crit. He's gonna die. He's gonna fall over. So all you have to do is run up to him and punch him. Now, because you have speed, you're gonna catch him. You're gonna catch him, and if you can shoot on your way to catch him, but you're not gonna crack a Rhine shield at Lucio. It's not gonna happen. So it's better off if you just run up to him and just punch him, and then he'll die.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's holding up his shield or not. Just go around, fist fight. Here, there, and everywhere. So, like I said earlier, where you get the... you have options at the end. You can run away from a fist fight. You know. Sometimes, the best thing you can do for your team is a quick in, annoy the enemy team, and dip. A good old hit and run, you know? Because I guess this is kind of like the Mercy. You set up a kill for hopefully your DPS, and it's kind of up to them on whether or not they secure it. I will tell you, in higher... Oops. Wait, where'd I go? In higher elo, where I'm at now, DPS can actually hit their shots for once, which is both it's a double-edged sword. That means I'm getting shot more. And also, if I die and I leave an enemy on low HP, most of the time, my DPS is securing that kill on my behalf. So, just know that sometimes, and I have to get better at this myself in higher elo now, to just get in, do damage really quick, and then leave. And then hopefully my DPS can do it. I think, personally, I'm staying in fights for too long, and I'm losing those fights, when I should just be satisfied that I was able to do damage and get out of a fight successfully. So yeah, just run away from a fist fight if you need to.
Okay.
The other fun ability, Wall Ride. I didn't have like a little icon, so I just put Snoopy up here because it's also known as Lucio surfing. I don't really think it's a surf. I put it on here. It's more of a bounce. I'll get to that in a second. Wall Ride is important because it's an ability that gets you high ground up to a skybox. If the buildings or other things allow you to, you can get all the way up to... And I've done it before. I've punched Pharahs in the skybox and killed them.
Oh my gosh.
And it's really funny when that happens. But yeah, not everyone has movement ability and vertical ability. I think Lucio's a special character like that. Juno has some vertical movement, but her movement is mostly horizontal, you know? So Lucio has speed to go forward, and he also has an ability to honestly just climb straight up if he wanted to. It's also the ability that gives you, the individual, the Lucio, speeds up to Mach 8 with enough momentum. Now I'll tell you how to get to this speed. First off, it's just practice. Wall riding is a skill that I have not mastered yet. I don't know if you know who SK is.
Yeah, I know of SK.
SK's Lucio wall riding is peak. There's nobody else that holds a candle to her wall riding. Because if you're good at wall riding, you actually don't want to touch the wall at all. It needs to be such a short amount of time for contact that it gives you momentum to keep going, and that's why it's a bounce, because you're bouncing from wall to wall, including the same wall. So if there's just one wall and you're bouncing constantly, like grabbing it and letting go, that's actually going to give you more momentum and more speed than if you just held the wall the whole time. You're going to be slow doing that and way easier to predict. So not really a surf, more of a bounce. And yeah, it just takes practice. We'll get into that. Here's an ability that I'll try to teach you today. It's the alley-oop. It's a way to, it's an easier, faster way to go straight up like a wall. Because most likely, most people have to do a zigzag pattern. And that doesn't always work. And it's just a lot slower and more predictable. The constant thing about Lucio is you want to be fast, you know? So to go straight up a wall, I'm going to try to teach you the fastest way to do that. It is a bit tricky, so I'll see if we can do it. Oh, and here's the last one in parentheses. Make sure when you're grabbing onto a wall that you are on speed, because it's going to give you a small amount of speed momentum to begin your speed wall ride momentum. And that's why you see a lot of Lucio players switch constantly between speed and heal, because they're constantly like, you know, grabbing onto walls, and they need to make sure they're on speed when they're grabbing a wall or making contact with the wall. So that's wall ride. Any questions so far? I feel like I've just kind of been ranting.
No, I think you're explaining it in a way that like makes sense. I was like, before I was really confused why they switched so much, like between heal and speed boost, and that definitely makes more sense to have that explained to me.
Yeah, because you always want to stack as much speed momentum as you can, and it just, getting your speed momentum cut as a Lucio player just like screws up your movement.
Yeah.
Think of like a Ramatra like Vortex. Doing anything to screw up your speed momentum feels like that.
Yeah, it does.
Even if there's no Ramatra playing. So that's why it's important to be on speed whenever you're making contact with a wall ride. The beat drop. Oh, I should have added like a button here. Boop, 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 beat drop. It's Lucio's ultimate, obviously. It's game-changing. When to use it? Obviously for defensive, you want it to sustain and survive. Make your team sustain and survive like a Nano Blade, whatever. The best drop. It's also... I actually try not to use my beat for this unless the enemy team clearly has someone that is carrying them. Then I'll try to hold on to my beat to defensively play their plays. Like if a Genji is, you know, or like a Junker Queen ult, that's another big one that I hold on to it for. Because if Junker Queen ults your team and you don't have like a Kiriko to Suzu or whatever, your team just got antied and you can't do anything about it as Lucio. You can't amp heals, you're gonna die. So that's a good time to drop the beat, because what a beat is it's over health. So it ignores antis and you just get all that health. And it's a 6-second duration for beat between when you first initially get it to when it ends. And during that 6 seconds, if nobody is antied, but let's say you have a Reinhardt and the Reinhardt is critical and wants to keep fighting, not run away, then you can use beat and it gives him all that health. And then you can amp heals so that by the time the beat's over, you actually healed him back up to full. Because even if you use beat and your teammate is critical, unless you're healing them, they'll still have the icon that they're critical because they're letting you know, hey, as soon as this beat's over, your teammate's gonna die. You need to save them. So, yeah. When you beat, you have to be ready to amp and you have to know what to amp. Are you amping heals because your team still wants to fight through whatever is going on? Or are you beating and speeding everyone out so that as soon as their push is over, then you can re-engage and everybody survived and you only gave up, 3 meters of cart instead of everybody dying. And then, that whole time before you guys re-engage from spawn. So that's when to use combo with amp. This is for enable. That's kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where you beat and speed like a Genji. I also like I do that if there's no nano blade. Obviously, if there's a nano blade, there's no need for that. I also do that for Reaper because if there's like an Ana that can sleep the Reaper, I want to make sure he doesn't die. He might waste his ult, but at least he won't die, and they'll be in the fight with us still. Because he'll have even if he gets slept and then antied, the beat goes over the anti, and most likely he'll be able to react with like a fade and fade back into your team, and then you can your other support hopefully can keep him up. So I like to combo ult with other people. Hey Jolly. But otherwise, sometimes it's good to just speed in if you know the enemy team has nothing. Speed, amp, and speed. Or wait, what are we talking about? Beat drop. Oh my gosh. If everybody used their ults in the last fight, like it's one of those fights where Sigma, Kitsune, both Kitsunes, everybody ulted, and you're the only one left with ult, most likely. It's better to just get on everybody's timeline, aka everyone's tempo, and not hold on to your ult for the next fight where everybody ult dumps. So you want to enable and beat and speed everybody in, because it's kind of like a little baby nano. You're not giving any extra damage, but nano also gives like damage reduction, and beat kind of feels like damage reduction because you're giving everyone in your team 600 extra HP. So they're free to act wild and crazy for about 3 seconds, which, is kind of a long time. So here's some tips for avoiding solo beating, which will piss off your team, and Ajax. Are you familiar with Ajax?
No, I'm not.
Lucio learning. Yeah, Jolly. Sit tight. So Ajax was a Lucio player in the Overwatch League back in Overwatch 1, the olden days. And he was in a tournament, in the league, where he died every single time he tried to use his Lucio beat. So he never got it off. So that's why they call it, if you ever see your Lucio die mid-beat, they might say Ajax. That's referring to him. Are you familiar with C9?
Yes.
Do you know the history behind that?
And a little bit, but you can tell me. I don't remember everything about it.
So it was a Overwatch League again. There was a team called Cloud9, C9. And they were going to win a game I think, pushing a cart to the end, but they all left cart because they thought they pushed it all the way to like the checkpoint, and they like overextended pushing the enemy team into spawn or something, and they forgot the cart, and by the time they realized it with the overtime timer going down, they couldn't get back to it on time, and they lost I think it was like the finals. It was a big deal.
That's painful.
Yeah. So that's why they call it C9. It's referring to Cloud9, which is no longer... they withdrew from Overwatch professional play after that. Costed them the whole thing. Yeah, it was embarrassing. So that's what Ajax is. And here's how to avoid the solo beat and the Ajax, aka dying mid-beat or beating just for yourself. For solo beat, I think and this will lead into Ajax as well. But for solo beat, are you familiar with the Mercies? When they res, they spin around 100 times?
Yeah.
So you can actually do the same thing when you do a Lucio beat. One, it gives you, the same reasons, less likely to get headshot, because you're spinning around like a Beyblade. But also, Lucio beat is actually upon not distance from where you are from Lucio, but you have to look at your teammates. So if they're behind you, they're not going to get Lucio beat, even if they're literally like right behind you. So if you do a 360 or 10 360s, you will have seen them during the cast time, and they will get beat.
Okay.
Now you do look really silly, but I think a little sauce in the game is always good.
Yeah.
Line of sight. Thank you. LOS. Yeah. So you have to be in LOS of Lucio when he drops beat. But sometimes, you can't see them. They're around a corner or something, right? The good news about Lucio beat is the beat cast time is about 1 second long, and you can actually beat around a corner, peek around the corner, and your teammate that wasn't in LOS when you touched the ground, but like you peeked around the corner a second afterwards, they'll get the beat as well. Which leads me into preventing getting Ajaxed. Another great thing is if you predict the enemy team has a Sombra EMP coming up, right? And it's been problematic. I actually suggest peeling back behind your entire team so that if they get EMP'd, you're not going to be in that distance. So you're going to have to eyeball it, right? As soon as the EMP goes off and you are safe, you didn't get EMP'd, you can, if you're around a corner, like let's say, again, if you beat and then go around a corner, your entire team will get that beat and survive the EMP. Alright, here's a bonus little tip. Shoot your gun as often as possible. This kind of goes like the melee thing, but it's a projectile, and you will not believe how many people will walk into your shots and get a headshot. It's pretty great. On the downside, there will be just as many times as you will be wall riding, full speed, enter their frame for 0.1 second, and you get headshot, and you see your death cam, and they weren't even aiming for you. You just like sped into it. It's funny. Spray and pray. True. Lucio is just fast Torb. He's taller than Torb. Don't give me a man like that. Healing. I guess we'll talk about this. It's pretty booty. Booty cheeks. Only amp heals for other people if you know they can survive during that, like survive being critical, or when fights are over. Because they're getting healed and you're gaining alt economy, right? Otherwise, most of the time, you're just going to amp heals, honestly, for yourself, and whoever's around you will benefit. But most of the time, if you're amping heals, it's going to be just for yourself, or when fights are over and your Reinhardt's 7 HP. After beat for further sustain, like I said earlier, if your team wants to keep fighting, even and you beat so that you can extend their life for a little longer, you can amp heals to make sure that they don't die when the beat is over. Taller by like 6 inches? That still counts. That counts. Alright, here's some things to watch out for. I need to edit this one. Lucio's counters are Ramatra, Mei, Sim, Cassidy, and Venture. Any idea why?
I guess because they slow you down. They have stuff that can slow down your movement.
Exactly, and it only takes one toe, one frame of them slowing you down to kill all of your speed. And then Cassidy has his, like his stun. And he has his roll as well. So even if you boop them away, like I said, like at the end of a rollout, and you shoot melee, boop, well, he might chase you and roll into you and fan the hammer, and then you die. So that sucks. 99% of the time, if I'm killing Widowmaker, they're swapping to Cassidy because they're tired of me bullying them.
Yeah.
Now another one is Venture, and Venture I think is unique. Venture has a better boop than Lucio, or like it pierces through boop, which I don't think I've seen any other character do with their movement abilities. And the way they come out of the ground, honestly, if it's just you and Venture, I would just run away. It's not worth your time unless it's like game ending, then try it. But I've decided, I think this season, not worth it, and I lose most of these 1v1s. Some honorable mentions is Moira. She just like auto aims, and your aim has to get pretty good. You can't really outrun a Moira if you start a fight close enough, because she'll fade and chase you, and then suck you off, and you'll die. And then the last one is your own teammate, Lifeweaver. Because if you're running away and Lifeweaver grips you and your Lifeweaver isn't nearby a wall, you have no momentum, no speed momentum, even if you built up really fast, and you have no wall to grab to build up momentum again. There's been plenty of times where I'm outrunning like a Ramatra ult or something, and he pulls me in, and then I die, and I would have been fine. I would have ran out of his circle, but now I have no movement, no speed, no wall, and I die.
Yeah, just nothing. You're just defenseless.
So I don't like any characters that kill momentum. Speed, like I said, it's the number one thing for Lucio. He's been a staple of Overwatch League and Overwatch Championship Series, which is the new Pro, pretty much the whole time since Pro existence, which should tell you that Lucio is the soul of Pro play. Lucio's been out since the conception of Overwatch. He was part of the original roster. Since then, regardless of what people think the meta is, the pros know what the meta is. Obviously, they're the pros, right? They get paid for this. This is their livelihood. They need to know every single stat. Lucio has been in like 90% of the time. That's more than any other hero. The only one that comes close to that is Genji and Tracer, and they've been in the meta about half the time. So, and Lucio has almost been in the entire time. Lucio is kind of like the lifeblood of pro play anyway, because he sets the tempo, and as a support, enables your team to secure kills faster, which is probably the most important thing in Overwatch. Look at this team. We're gonna do great.
I love that Lucio is like so positive and
He's a
also,
hype
like,
man.
including
He's Lucio is literally your hype man.
Exactly, yeah. He's happy to be there. He's cheering on your team. Like, how can you hate Lucio? He's just a guy.
He's just a little guy. Remember, if you have anything to take away, do as I say, not as I do. Thank you for coming to my tech talk.
It's a very informative TED talk. Thank you.
Hey, Slander. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the pond. So, what'd you think?
I think that there was a lot of useful information. Like, one of my problems in Overwatch is that sometimes I'm too panicked on what's going on rather than focusing on the technical
Ribbit
side
to meet
of
you.
it, and that's
Ribbit
why
indeed.
I make so many mistakes, you know, and also the fact that sometimes your teammates will like yell at you on support, which is not, you know, it's not great when you're trying to focus. So it's good to know the technical side of the character and to understand what you're doing in the game and to get the most out of it, you know?
Yeah, and the reason why I'm doing this series, I'm not trying to convert anybody into playing Lucio, okay? I've wanted to make this series way before Juno came out, so I missed the window on that because I think speed was more important before you had Juno as an option. Because if nothing else, Lucio's a great pick of, I gotta touch the point, I gotta stall, you know? You've seen plenty of Lucios do that. And it's a good clutch pick that I think is important for supports to know. But also, the reason why I'm doing this series is to just give other, like you guys, and you, an idea of why. And I think this is important for all characters. I think it's important to understand the play style of all characters so that one, you kind of have an idea of what your Lucio is trying to do, or the enemy Lucio, which is equally important.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm trying to do.
I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to learn Lucio.
All right.
I need a fun character to learn.
Mercy's fun too. All right, let's get into it.
All right.
First thing I'd like to show is the Ana Sleep Dart. Grab your frog.
I will not leave a broken world behind.
All right, you gotta be quick about it. Ready?
Slow down.
Go.
She gone. Let's see, what else am I gonna do tech-wise? Okay, so I'm gonna show you. We have our teammates down here, right? Do you have your ultimate? Oh, go grab a ult thing.
Yeah, let me go grab it real quick.
Okay, we're gonna go in this room. We're gonna, you can't see them, right? So we're gonna beat and then go out of this room and look at them, okay?
Alright.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Alright, hold on.
Oh, hold on, let me go get
Oh, you got him. You got him. No, it worked.
Oh, I did?
Yep,
Oh,
they
I
got
did
beat.
Me too. That works. So it's like you
So
have
that's
to peek like immediately after you beat.
Yeah, you have, like I said, about a second to get them in your LOS. Hydrate? Alright, Grass Muncher, thank you for that. Let me hydrate. I will also say that I'm still working on the presentation. I also want to add that Boop is a really good defensive tool to get people away from you or your teammates. Something that I love, I think Lucio is a Junker Queen counter. Somehow, I'm magnetic to those knives, which sucks. But if I can dodge the knives, I think Lucio is a great counter. Like I said, his beat is great for, response to Junker Queen's ult. But also, if your tank is brawling the Junker Queen, she's going to try to farm them as much as possible with Axe. And if you boop her Axe mid-Axe swing, 9 times out of 10, she will miss. And she will waste her ability and not get any health from that. And your teammate won't take any damage, which is a bonus.
That's good to know too.
Yeah, so it's a good counter, but it's funny because Junker Queen is also like a great partner for Lucio. So it's good to play with Junker Queen, and it's good to play against Junker Queen. One more thing. There's not really a good place for me to do that here, but another way to avoid being Ajax dying mid-beat is you want to ult on something. When you ult, you actually jump a little bit, and there's no way to ignore that. So the best way to ignore it is to ult at an incline, like these stairs. It cuts it about half the time. So if you have that, or if for an object, oh, actually I can do it right here. Hold on. Most of the time you can beat onto a payload. Oops. I'm gonna beat onto this box and assume that it's just the payload, right? And it's the same thing. It's cutting off the animation for about half the length. Because you are cutting your jump in half.
Yeah, I see. Kind of like cuts down the time of the cast animation.
The time of the air, yeah. You're like in the air for less time because you're jumping onto an object instead of jumping on the ground. All right, time to practice our wall riding. So this is a great game mode. It's called Lucio Surf, and the whole objective is to not cut your momentum by touching any flat surface. So you want to be wall riding the entire time. The floor is lava. And you want to get to the end where the flag is. I will say this map's going to be a little bit hard because there's some doorways that are really hard to get through. But this is just all for practice on the movement ability. Like, this is never actually gonna... This is not like a rollout that you'll actually use in-game. It's just to get you used to different buildings, wall riding off a tree. It's just an arcade game. Like, I would say on a paintball is also useful because it's like aiming, you know? This is the Mercy parkour for Lucio.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it makes me think of Mercy parkour a little bit.
Like, it's still useful, you know? But it's not practical. It's all just training.
Oh definitely helpful to do like some of these modes as a support, just so you get better at your movement and you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah, I always do this when I queue up for like my first or second game, depending on how my first game goes. Just like a little warm up. I'll do this and then do one like death match.
Yeah, wall riding is definitely harder than it looks.
Yeah, it is.
The momentum and stay in the air.
Well, don't forget you can wall ride backwards as well. This is really fun to shoot down at your enemies while you're just like zigzagging in the air. While you're zigzagging in the air.
Lucio is definitely a very, very fun character. He's harder than he looks to play. It's not just like jump in there and get a kill, you know?
Yeah. My movement, I think, is a big thing holding me back right now. The best, like I said, is SK, and it doesn't even look like, you know how you grab a wall, your left hand touches the wall? Like a little animation? On hers, it doesn't play at all. Because she's just touching it for the exact millisecond length of time that you need. And then she's grabbing the next wall. It looks like she's just flying.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Be that good at Lucio that it's like you barely even touch anything. You're just that fast.
You think you can wall ride off these palm trees?
Let's see if I can.
You're trying to get to me using those.
Okay, that's a little bit harder than it looks. Yeah, it's trying to judge the distance too.
I will say it's I think you're doing a good job looking up slightly. If you look up slightly, that's what gives you the height on your next jump.
Yeah, that
was good.
A little bit.
My favorite thing the Lucio wall ride is actually the push bots. For some reason, it lets you do that.
Oh, you can wall ride the push bots?
Yeah. You can do it endlessly on a loop. It's kind of useless, but it's kind of fun when you're payload princess.
Yeah, I'm payload princess a lot. I know how that feels.
Yeah, you get it. Okay, I think I figured out what you have to do on this map.
Like,
Palm tree.
Map to, like, practice on though.
Yeah, this one's actually really good to practice. The other thing that I didn't put in the slideshow was the difference between Lucio and like some other supports. Is he actually has a buff depending on, like, Lucio's, you know, a good pick. But he actually becomes more useful depending on the map, you know? Like if it's a easily boopable map, you know which ones I'm talking about. Like that, just, what other support has that? Where it's like, oh, this is a really good map for Ana, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
It's all positioning for Ana, so it doesn't really make a difference. But Lucio, and same thing for Mercy, like what's a bad Mercy map, you know what I mean? But the fact that Lucio is like more valuable, or it can get more value, is something none of the other supports have. Except maybe Brig. For the same reason.
He has a lot of a lot of good maps. I like watching the Lucio players, and they get excited when they get like Ilios.
Oh my gosh, I
Like, oh
start
yeah,
crying.
this is my map.
Like, yes, it's time. My favorite map is actually like, if it's not Ilios or Lijiang, which are the two main ones, I think it's, for me personally, it's Rialto, because it starts off on that bridge, and I love getting one there.
My team has gotten booped off that bridge over and over. Yeah, this fun is like just to like practice on too.
It's relaxing, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot less relaxing in game.
That is true.
When you're fighting for your life.
Chasing you. That's true.
When you hear a Genji shout in Japanese behind you.
Yeah. Horror movie. That's stuff out of a horror movie right there.
Or you hear suffer as I have.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm definitely suffering when he pops that ult.
I'm like, what did I do to you?
Lucio's just a happy, silly little guy. He's like, yeah, team, we got this. And Ramontra's like, you're gonna suffer with me the entire game.
If I have to deal with this, so do you.
Yeah, that's the kind of vibes he brings to the function, is like, I am suffering, therefore everyone else has to suffer with me.
It's kind of funny how the game of Overwatch is pretty much about robot racism.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's true. Kind of just, that's like the story, but then you're playing the game, and it's just people molding at each other with sometimes wholesome interactions. It depends on your teammates, I guess. Depends who you get.
I felt like we've played together once, haven't we?
I think we have, yeah. I don't remember what it was exactly. I think we just played. I'm pretty sure we have.
I wonder if I unfriended you because I didn't know who you were. And
I think
sometimes I do that.
Thing. That's why I had you add me back, because like sometimes I just go through my friends list and see, I'm like, I don't recognize this person, so
yeah.
You can always just add them back too.
Yeah, and your name's not the same, so I think that I might have been me.
Yeah, my name is not the same as my Overwatch name, but yeah, sometimes I like befriend random people and then I forget who they are and then I unfriend them so I can clean out my friends list.
Okay, we're about to get a new map. I think I'm gonna swap it. Oh yeah, we're not doing this. So the last thing I'm gonna do is show you the alley-oop. This is a hard... You know, I was actually gonna do a part 1 and a part 2 of the series. So this is part 1, and I'll ask you again after things settle down from next season and all the different changes. We'll do a part 2, and then I'll show you like, okay, these perks, this is how it works on Lucio, you know? So I was gonna show you an alley-oop, but I think that's kind of advanced. So we'll just take what I taught you now, and I will coach you through a game of quick play.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave. And if you share with me the Discord, via Discord, I will guide you through. Alright, I got it.
Alright. Go ahead and queue.
Yeah.
Put myself in a deathmatch. Practice my wall riding a little bit. Definitely harder than it looks when it comes to his wall riding. And I got a venture shooting at me.
Nice, you took the lead.
Did you see that, chat? I'm goated. Got a friend over here.
Alright, what emotes he got?
Let me see. Let me get up here. I have this one.
Alright, not bad, not bad.
See, this one, I think he's just sitting there. Got
So a lot of the
Sombra holding a gun at me.
payloads, you can actually, if you have your heals on to passively heal, you can actually use the chilling emote, and you can hide behind the payload while sitting on it.
Fun.
Alright, let's see what we got.
Helios.
Let's go! It's up to you.
That was meant to be. And got like characters that are like fast too, so that kind of, you know, works. So if I try to play Mercy with this comp, I have a hard time keeping up.
Alright, here we go. Better POV.
My wall riding is gonna need some work, but it's okay for now. Want this? That was not good positioning. Stuck on a tree. Need to help my arm.
It happens.
Sometimes you just get stuck on a tree. It's just Overwatch for you. What do they have? Oh, they got a Cassidy. That's great. They got Cassidy and May.
Woohoo!
I'm trying to get up here. There we go. I'm like so used to like wanting to heal bot.
Yeah, I've noticed that you're amping support like speed, but you're not going anywhere. You're just like kind of almost at a standstill. So in those moments, it's kind of okay to amp heals, because your Doomfist didn't go in either time.
I'm trying to like amp my Doomfist a little bit when I think he's gonna push in, and he doesn't quite push in.
Yeah, I would try to go with your. No, your Doomfist got the rollout. He's fine.
Oh, that's true.
And same with Sombra. The only person I would pick up is like Ana.
What are you saying no about, huh?
Uh-oh. I would try to boop the mate. Ah.
May is really good at using her walls. I'm trying to heal, man. I don't know what to say.
It's good that you can wall ride a Mei wall, so you can like go vault over it pretty easily. But it sucks right now for me to play against Hazard, because I just bounce right off that and take damage.
Oh, she's nano.
Yeah, I would fight the Cass over the Nano Zarya.
Yeah, I don't want to
Take my chances.
Ooh, she's slow though.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
Good amp on
get him.
heals.
That's like tough. We gotta. I'm not picking that.
Your Pharah just barely got hit by that.
Trying to help my Doomfist. He's running away from me. Come here. I can't help him if he runs away.
Alright, you're gonna get beat here.
Oh.
Get in there. Boostio. If she ice blocks, run into somebody else. Nice. Now beat. Solo beat. Right now. Look at the Ana.
Ooh.
Hey, you did your best. That's all anybody can ask. You out healed the.
Lasers
Oh,
are crazy.
wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, I'm not used to like not healing. It's so strange for me. But his heals are definitely like not as good.
Well, it sucks because your Ana's not set up in a good position to heal your Doomfist, so you do have to start chasing him around. To be honest, it's kind of your Doomfist's fault. He's engaging constantly on crit. He just needs to
Yeah,
slow
that's-
down.
I'm like, if you
Or
just
pick up
stay
health
here
packs.
for a little bit, so I can heal you. I don't know.
Like Doomfist in my games, they jump in, punch, and then they leave. And then they get healed, and then they do it all over again. Constantly. Yeah, this Doomfist is just like full sending it until he dies.
Yeah, we're goofing up, man. It's okay.
Oh, you're on it,
Somebody
ditched.
left. Oh, that's not good. Wasn't fast enough to help him.
Oh great, Zen.
Oh, I don't like Lucio Zen. I think he probably.
I would try to go up on that roof, the point roof, because you might be able to get somebody that's booped them off the map, right in that archway.
Yeah, Lucio Zen might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I mean, this game probably not great.
I should have amped. I forgot. It's muscle memory. Got my wall rides too. She's gonna have grab probably. Poor Zen is trying so hard to help me out. I think we just gotta regroup, maybe.
That was a great amp usage. You sped around the corner to safety, and then you switched to heals to heal you and Zen. That was really good. You can take her. You can take her. Now you can't.
Oh, no, she
Now you can't.
no, she was so low.
That was a really good attempt.
Oh man.
If you want, you could probably wall ride all the way on the outside on the right and get to point, like where the Mei's shooting at you.
Well, if I could get on the wall.
I wouldn't quite go this way.
See, that's the only thing about learning a new character is that like your team has like no patience for you. I tried to get
Well,
on the roof.
I'll be honest, it looks like your entire team has never played this game before.
leave before this Doomfist starts saying stuff. You know what? I'm gonna switch my skin actually. I'm gonna use the Space Prince one. This is a good one too. Ooh, Widow. Good practice. No! You stole my kill!
He's a stealer.
I could have gotten that. She stole my kill. Some more Widows though. Dear me. Are you in here? Oh, hello. No Lucio battle over here.
What change are you excited for?
Like in the next season?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the changes that they're making because I was just focused on like the skins, but
That's something to be excited for.
I hope the rank reset helps a little bit, but I don't know, because I feel like it doesn't usually do much when they reset the rank, but hopefully I have like a fresh start with my rank. Maybe I can get more balanced games and get my own stuff sorted out, because I'd really like to climb, but it seems like it's like I lose a game, then I win a game, and then I lose a game, and that's just how it goes, so it's a little frustrating.
Would you like my assistance in a few games?
Yes, I think that'd be very helpful.
I can do that today if you want to work on your drives. After a couple of Lucio games, I'll end stream and we can play some games together.
Okay. Might actually, maybe, are you free tomorrow? Because I also promised some people I would play some Roblox with them.
Oh, that's fair. Let me check my schedule 1 second.
Whenever you're free. Ooh,
Nice!
I got a melee kill.
See, it feels good, huh? Satisfying.
It does.
I would say like half my kills are punches.
I do not want to battle with a tracer. I'm going to
Hiding in the tree was a good idea. Like, actually.
Not what I meant to do, but...
Okay, so get on the back of the payload, the very back, and do the chilling well, switch to heals, and then chilling emote.
Oh, I think there's a tracer coming over here. Oh!
Just relax, just relax. You're fine. That was an unlucky fire strike, but most of the time you can just hide there for like a long time. Nice.
Take the kill. I didn't mean to damage him.
I almost always do this whole first point sitting on the payload doing nothing
Ooh, okay.
but idle on heals. And for
Chill.
some reason, I don't know how, but I usually out heal my other support doing that until like right there, and then I have to actually
Kinda
play.
funny. I'll have to payload for a little
And I'm
bit.
in Masters, remember that? I'll run away from Ryan.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, I didn't have my speed on. It's like, why am I slow?
For the most part, if a Ryan hits you, if he's that close and you boop him, and then speed away, most of the time, you like 99% of the time, you get away from him. Just remember to speed in a zigzag so he doesn't fire strike you and kill you that way. Because I made that
I've been
mistake.
killed by a fire strike way too many times. Seems like he wants to camp by the payload. I'll just have him chase me a little bit. Ooh, oh, he died to the mine. That was good.
Nice.
Trace or somewhere. Ooh, nice. No waste of my boot. That's okay. I only got a Winston. Maybe I don't want to go over there. Winston is chasing me. Let's see what we have. We have beet, we have pizza.
Looks like I'm fairly busy tomorrow. I could probably play... Like, what time zone are you in?
Central?
Central, so that's like 5:45 right now. I could probably do like 5 o'clock Central tomorrow for a little bit.
Yeah, that works.
Otherwise, it looks like I have a lot of opening on Monday as well.
What time's on Monday?
Pretty much after 3 o'clock on for you.
I think Monday would be better actually.
Okay, I'll I think I might make other plans with someone. It's kind of up in the air right now, but if not, I'll let you know for sure. For sure.
Alright.
Otherwise, next season I got you for sure.
Maybe I need time to like practice my Lucio a little bit, and then I come
Okay,
back.
okay.
Then
Watch you be like, oh my gosh, I'm diamond on Lucio.
it'll be crazy.
I used to do this VOD reviews for my channel, and I'm actually gonna tell them I'm gonna bring it back. And I've helped like 3 people, 3 or 4 people rank up just from doing VOD reviews and tell them. And I'm just a Lucio player, right? But obviously, and like I said, it's important to know what all the other characters do, regardless of whether or not I play them, you know?
True.
I think your break's still gonna need some help. I would just keep heals on for her.
This Tracer is very annoying. She's doing her job right. I'm healing.
I would... Oh, I don't think you're gonna... Yeah. Dang it.
I have beat.
Well, they have rally. They might win that without you.
Yeah, they might get that.
But just in case, it's good that you didn't amp out of spawn, because you might need to amp heals when you get there. Oh, I forgot to mention boop for res cancel. That was a good ult. Good job.
Thank you. Oh, we're getting booped. They're the ones getting booped now. Let's go. We have Drake. She might stick with payload. They have. He's saying my oh, that's a Junkrat. I know Junkrat's going in there, but I don't trust myself to like not die.
He fell off the map anyway.
Oh.
So it's probably good he didn't go up there.
That's kind of funny. Oh, hello, Winston.
Something you can do if Winston tries to jump on you is like right before he's about to hit the ground, boop him, and you won't take the damage from him jumping on you. Because he'll be jumping like, well, not on you because you boop him.
Kind of like on the support, which is like his job, but I need to kind of help us a little bit.
I would just focus on making sure the Winston just doesn't kill you guys. And keep shooting at him because it's an easy way to build ult. And we need to make sure your Brig survives as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep her up. She's suffering.
Oh, nice. Ooh, good boob.
Oh.
Your Brig's got him now.
Wait.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And you have beat for the last fight here.
Let's go.
This Junkrat is crazy.
Tried to do it right by the
I found the Lucio tag. It's fun, but I have so little players. I'll start. I want to make a Lucio tag tournament. Actually, I think that'd be a fun stream. Could be a little scary. Just try to contest if you can. That's all you should try to do right now. Just touch and then dip, then touch and then dip.
Greg is trying so. Oh, he got her.
Make sure to cancel res.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, good try. That was a good game.
I think that was better.
Yeah, that was better. I agree.
Kinda curious who got play of the game. Oh, the Rhine.
Oh no.
Yep. There's me getting killed.
Wow, what a shatter.
Sky between Junkrat IRL.
Alright, we'll do one more here.
Alright.
And then your training will be complete.
That's a good training for today. I think it's also like the fact that like people are watching me, it makes me nervous, you know? I think once my mind clears a little bit and I'm like focused on what I'm doing.
You always seem so relaxed. That's why I really like watching your like
very-
YouTube videos and stuff, because you just seem so calm. I like that.
I'm very good at making it seem like I'm calm, but on the inside I'm like freaking out. But I don't know, I mastered the art of appearing like I am not phased by anything.
I'll be honest.
I don't know.
My chat knows this. Half of my callouts is just me screaming into my mic. And I'm not saying screaming like, what are you doing? You suck. No, I mean like literally like screaming in horror as a Nano Genji chases me.
I mean, that's pretty terrifying, an Nano Genji coming after you, you know?
I think I have a YouTube video up right now called, I think it's like Echo is the new Lucio. And I have like 5 jump cuts that it's like half a second of a scream. I'm like, ah! And then it jumps to the next scene.
It really is like that sometimes you're playing Overwatch. It's just jump scares or something like anything like a Junkrat just somehow appearing all the way over here on the point, kills your entire team. Like you never know. 'Cause some people that play these characters, it's not like they're not like goated, but more like they're just insane. It's like, I don't know how you're that cracked at this character.
And they're in gold.
True.
Like, huh?
Yeah. Like, why are you in this rank? Because I had somebody it was in one of my, I think it was in a quick play game that had like 35 kills. I'm like, you are in the wrong elo. Oh, they got a Venture. Oh, they got the Rhine.
I forgot to spectate. Oops.
Venture's really annoying, just in general, to go up against.
Yeah. I think she's the Lucio counter, personally.
Choosing all my counters right now.
Oof, yeah, it's a bad matchup. Been there. And this...
Oh, this Venture wants me to...
Yeah. I would just try to stick by your Sojourn. And then, if your Sojourn slides away, I would just follow them. It's kind of hard from the composition you guys have. Maybe actually stick with your Hanzo, and maybe he'll stick to the high ground. So you can, like, speed him out if Venture chases you guys. Oh yeah, he's getting headshots. Stick with this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the guy that's gonna keep me alive. He went Faro, which is interesting. Oh, he went... Okay, I see where he's going. No! This Venture is kind of crazy. No heals. There you go. Oh, I see the Rhine. Oh!
Oh, he missed the pin.
It's like I missed my wall jump right when it matters. Stay with my other support. Oh, what? Is he up top? Oh no!
If you'd like to, you can probably bait the staircase on the left, and if somebody goes over there, you can boop them off the map.
That's true. Oh, nope, nope, nope.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, you can kill him. Yes, good job. All right. You want to keep your eyes peeled on the Mercy res, because as long as you boop straight up, the Mercy can't get the rest. Oh, you can kill her. Chase her. Chase her. Go down. Go, go, go. Run. Okay, never mind. Ryan's there now. Big boy's there.
I'll take my leave now. Goodbye.
Oh my god, he's chasing you. I hear him.
Oh, hello. Don't kill me, please. I'm trying to get up here to escape him. No!
Oh, I love this bridge. I get so many boops here. Oh, I would run away from that.
What? Oh! Where did you come from?
Skill orb.
He was like behind.
Alright, try to set yourself up for some boops here, because I think the Moira is pretty careless, and I think you can boop her off the map. Just keep your eyes peeled. Don't get too close to the cart because of the sim turret.
Oh my gosh. Ryan is
That was
crazy.
perfect. You getting the high ground while riding there? Oh, get him! Oh!
No!
Wait, you can get him again? Oh.
Come here.
Oh yeah, no. He's gonna be full HP. I wouldn't even try. Oh, I'd run away from her. Oh, you can get him. You can get him. Yes! I would beat since your ball's still alive.
Okay.
I don't think you got it. Oh, get ready to boop. Hide behind cart, like right behind it. Like hug it. So you don't take wait, nice. Yeah, she's just done. Nice. Alright, you're gonna want to try to boop them on the off the right side. Oh, you almost got him.
It's Ryan. It's just like...
You were playing this zigzag. Oh my gosh, you got him. You got him. Aww.
Ah.
That was so good.
So many
That was
opportunities
really
for boops.
good. You were dodging so much there.
Thank you. So Ryan is just like, he's going behind and he's hiding, and then he's like popping out of nowhere. That's an interesting way to play Ryan.
You got endorsement level 5? Nice. I just got it this
Oh,
season too.
got him.
Goodbye, Hanzo.
Rest in peace, Hanzo. I think she got the mercy.
Okay, look down to the left. That gap? Yeah. You see that ledge down there? Sometimes it's better to jump off onto that. Oh, you're dead. That's unfortunate. Kind of like in that moment, I should have said, jump that way. Because if you would have landed on that ledge, you would have been good.
Venture.
If only I told you about that 5 seconds earlier.
I think we just need to reset. No, you're not coming over here.
You can take him.
Oh.
Punch! Punch! Nice.
Let's go.
So you see what I mean when he was like overextended and holding his shield? It's just better to punch him because Lucio doesn't do enough damage to break the shield.
I'm over here.
Go, go, go!
Oh, she's trying to get set up over here.
You got this.
Oh, come on, we can finish her off.
Ah, she got away.
Okay.
So sim turrets have 25 HP. If you shoot it with one of your bullets, it's not gonna break it. So it's better to punch it if you can. Oh, beat! Boop, 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 boop!
Oh!
Oh, so close.
That's your one?
Yes!
Oh, let's go. That's a nice follow-up. Yeah, this sim turrets. I like playing sim, but I do not like playing against her. Lara, what are you doing?
So I would try to stand on one of those boxes. Like that one right there. Because I think ooh, that was good. I think Ryan's about to beat, and I want to make sure you don't get, beat. Ryan's about to shatter, and I don't want to make sure you don't get shattered.
Ooh, I got a Moira chasing me. Moira is also pretty terrifying. Oh, she got the Moira. Nice.
She's solo ulted Moira.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes.
There you go.
Oh.
I like throwing in that punch in there.
Yeah, I need to remember I can just punch. I can just punch people. It's okay in Overwatch.
Alright, I would take the high ground, like that ledge back there. Because, or just the stairs right here is good. Because I want to make sure you don't get shattered. And I know for a fact Ryan has it. And if he shatters your team, you're going to want to beat that.
They're molding in the chat.
Oh, are they? I don't see it because I'm
Yeah.
spectating.
They're like, our Ryan needs his gilded skin refunded. And they're like, you're playing Sim. And they're kind of just, I think they're like trash talking right now.
That's funny.
Shatter.
The Ryan doesn't have that much damage at all. I'd back up. Perfect. Speed amp. Nice. You sped your Cassidy. That was perfect. Ooh! She killing him, chat. She killing. Oh. Jarvis, clip that.
Ooh, she got the Ryan with that. Oh, that was a good game to end on.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you. Yeah, they're like trash talking Ryan in the chat.
That's great. "14 and 7, that's pretty good.
Touch the sky.
I'll be on. Okay, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I actually think you improved via the coaching. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, I definitely think so. That helped a lot.
You're on your way. This season gold, next season top 500.
True. Thank you so much for coaching me and inviting me.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. For here, let me switch real quick. For those who don't know, Kat has an awesome YouTube channel. Give her a shout out, or you can click on the description link.
Thank you.
What are you normally streaming right now?
I mean, mostly Overwatch, but I have been trying to play some other games. I'm trying to get into some cozy games. But
I've noticed that you've had a shift, including like model and everything.
Yeah, I have been playing like Sims a lot. Maybe do some Minecraft on stream. Something to
There you go.
balance the chaos of Overwatch, you know? You need chaos and you need some cozy.
Totally. I don't play this game 24/7. I'm actually, like I said, I'm making music now, and that's actually keeping me pretty chill.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Like, I'm looking to do some more hobbies that, you know, would maybe enhance what I'm doing and add to the streaming experience. So I think making music sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a new thing for me, for sure. But I want to keep the Lucio blood going, so.
Yeah.
So those who don't know, please follow Kat. Kat is so sweet. And you were here for my coaching chat, so when she makes it into Overwatch League, remember that I coached her, okay? All right. Let's end things off. Any last words you want to say?
Inviting me. I hope everyone enjoyed my Lucio gameplay, even though it's probably a little bit painful, but I'll definitely be practicing my Lucio, and hopefully next time I'm on here, there'll be a big improvement.
Yeah, I hope so. Of course. I can't wait until we play again, whether it's Monday or, you know, a couple days from now. It'll be soon, I promise. I will. Alright. Bye, Kat. Thank you, you too. Thanks again for being part of this. Alright. Kat's gone, and now we're gonna be gone too, chat. Don't forget, copy the message if you're subbed, or if you're not subbed, copy this message. Rora is gonna be talking in Espanol. She is like me and screams constantly in this game. I'll see you guys, honestly, in a couple of hours for another episode. Goodbye, everyone.